This is Venice, Italy, a flashpoint on how rising populations impact the quality of life for local residents. Venice has a long and complex relationship with tourism, the backdrop of countless movies, the romance of the gondoliers, and the exotic draw of a floating city combined to make this one of the most visited locales on Earth. Venice was remote and accessible only by boat till the building of this rail line in 1846, linking Venice with mainland Italy. Almost overnight, Venice was transformed in a way that would change its history forever. To find out more about the impact the train had on Venice, we went back to see our friend Matteo Gabbrielli from One in Venice Tours.
Now we could say that nowadays the train track and the nearby causeway for cars, because there are two bridges actually, not only one, provide the main access for visitors coming to Venice. Without that bridge, not all these visitors could reach Venice and leave the city in the same day.
Masses of people now come and go, arriving on train, by car or bus, even cruise ships. No longer having to stay the night, many visitors will stay in Venice less than 10 hours. The tourists that come to Venice want to shop, eat, and see the beautiful sights on the island. That means many stores and restaurants cater solely to tourists. All this drives the cost of living for locals higher than what many of them can afford. Not to mention, having tens of thousands of strangers in your hometown can get a bit weird. While keeping it weird may sound fun, mass tourism is actually affecting local populations' way of life. What do you feel are the most important factors in preserving Venetian culture?
The answer doesn't only apply to Venice, but to all cities affected by what we now define mass tourism. In order to keep a city alive, you need to keep its population living within the boundaries of the city. Especially in a small place like Venice, you need accessible housing and working opportunities.
So why exactly did you bring us to this workshop?
Because I wanted to balance negative and positive aspects of tourism. You see, Piero crafts oars and oar locks. So this is an example of traditional craftsmanship.
La nuova serie con Patrick Dempsey tratta dal bestseller di Joel Dicker, da questa sera alle 14.
They're basically used by gondolieri in their daily activity. And of course, gondolieri work with tourists. So in this case, if he was able to start his activity, it is also thanks to tourism.
So now we know, tourism can affect populations in different ways. What can we do to be more aware of the impact we have on the places we visit? If you don't know, ask! What would an expert like you want a kid like me to know about the culture and the people of Venice?
I've now been working as a tour guide for 10 years, and so I learned a lesson about tourism. When you travel, it's very important to be a responsible traveler, to try to understand in advance what's good for that side and what's bad for that side. You cannot really pretend to be a local, but you can be a polite guest, understanding what are the basic rules of a city and try to respect those rules. That would make you, let's say, a great traveler and a responsible tourist.
At Travelparkourist, we're taking a pledge to learn about the places we visit, understanding as best we can the people and cultures that surround us. Parkour is about getting from one point to another in a complex environment. Traveling is also about this journey. The beauty of both lies in the preparations we take to get us there. As we head out to explore the world, to exchange ideas, and learn more about this magnificent earth we live in, let's keep in mind that real people live in these magical places. And as Matteo says, let's try to be great travelers and responsible tourists. This is Kellum signing off from Travelparkourist. See you next time. To the lab!
Beetlejuice, supernova, anytime you like. The present has me choking in its grasp. I've been first staring 600 years into the past.